Hi, thank you for joining me, Jessie, in this final video in this absolutely soul-shifting free series on learning to love yourself. We have covered some massive mindset shifts in the first 4 videos, including redefining the meaning of love, on how we have been shaped by external validation, on why it seems like the world is pushing against us. And in this video, we are ready to proactively find and root to our positive beliefs and magnify those in our creative fields. To begin to see how incredible you are, how special you are, how valuable you are, let me introduce you to the law of all, or the law of total attributes. Meaning, in a self-contained world, all things, all attributes, all qualities must exist at the same time. It is impossible that you are not everything. It is impossible that you are missing anything. One person cannot be wholly something. They cannot be wholly good. For example, there has to be equal parts of bad. One person cannot be always strong. They have to have elements of weakness. If you can think about someone who is typically strong, is typically tough and fit, they might be scared of spiders, and that is their element of weakness. They might handle sickness very poorly, and so that part makes them weak. You cannot be completely, say, bad with money. Maybe you are really bad at making money, but you are really good at making the little money you do have last. If you think that you're not smart, it is impossible. If you think you're, say, bad at maths, maybe you are bad at maths, at remembering multiplication tables. But maybe you are really good at recognizing numerical patterns. Equal parts of all things must exist. It is scientifically impossible that some properties of a quality don't exist within you. It is impossible that you couldn't be, in some circumstance, thoughtful or smart or organized or funny. It also occurs in groups. This law applies to groups as well. Any self-contained world. So say if you've got a group of 10 people, that becomes the self-contained world. So these 10 people then need to share all the attributes. So if someone within that group of 10 is taking on more confidence, someone else will take on the attribute of being withdrawn. If that confident person then leaves, someone else in that 9, or maybe all 9, will take on those components of being confident, so that attribute still exists in that self-contained world. If all other 9 people leave except you become your own self-contained world, and you hold all attributes. You will contain all these attributes within yourself and embody them in some way. Once you understand and accept that law of all, it becomes a way to hack your creative field, because you can disprove or prove anything to yourself. So by rooting to the fact that it is scientifically impossible for you to be lacking, for you not to be special, for you to not have anything and everything all at once, you can begin to disprove any negative beliefs. So it is a law that you must be special. Even if all 7 billion other people on the planet told you you are not special, if you can root to this fact, if you can be so grounded in your belief that you have to be in some way special, because equal parts of all things must exist, if you can root to that fact with the same level of certainty, that if someone said to you, you have brown eyes, and you know very well that you have blue eyes, so that's ridiculous. And if you can be that grounded in the fact that you must be special, that's when you can really crack the code on learning to love yourself. And it doesn't just apply to being special. Whatever negative belief you tell yourself, it is scientifically impossible for you to not also be the opposite. So this week, start by playing with this idea that you must be all things. Find a small negative thing that you always tell yourself. Start with the small things. Don't start with the big things just yet. Something like, I'm always so clumsy, or I spill things easily, or I talk too much. Let's pick the clumsy example. If that's something that you and maybe others tell yourself, that you are always clumsy, find the area of your life where you act with exact precision, where you are graceful. Maybe you're a really precise driver, or you are an incredible drawer, a precise drawer. Maybe you fold clothes excellently. The opposite of clumsy must exist somewhere within you. Find that area, root to that feeling, and begin to disprove to yourself this belief, this negative belief that you are clumsy. That's it. Thank you for hanging in there with me. This has been a huge series with some massive mindset shifts, some great tools, tips, and tricks to learning to love yourself unconditionally. Please feel free to reach out to me if you want more, or if you are ready, book in for that intuitive one-on-one session.